انزل وشارك. بصوتك بلدك هتتقدم.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still with you here in our continued live coverage of the voting in the runoff of the first phase of the parliamentary elections taking place today inside Egypt. We're delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Mohamed Abdel Halim, Professor of Economy and Political Science. It's a very good afternoon to you, Doctor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir, and thank you for joining us. Now, of course, today Egyptians resume voting in the runoff of the first phase of the parliamentary elections. The vote is being carried out under a full judiciary supervision, of course, amid the precautions and the precautionary measures to help preventing the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Now, tell me, Doctor, how do you see the process so far with regards to the system of the voting?
Well, as you might have said right now, that it seems to be with high measures and precautions against the prevention and the wide devastation of COVID-19. This is at one side. At another, I think that from military point of view, that there are also some advancements and some precautionary attempts actually to try to safeguard the simple rights of all those voters, actually just by way of giving their own right say about whatsoever sort of candidate that they would like to initiate and they would like to inform all the other people with. So I would really say on the face of it, actually, from the point of view of the form of the elections, actually it seems to be being driven towards the right path from the even vote, taking all the precautionary measures and representing the sort of the achievements actually on the part of the governmental circles and presidential authorities to try to prepare for an atmosphere that seems to be quite not very much alien from the right side of the voters and their own simple right of their own giving their own simple yes or no. That's I can really say.
Dr. Mohamed, let's talk a bit about the demographics of the voters. How do you see the participation of Egyptian youth? How do you weigh their engagement in the country's political life? And how do you see their representation in some of the candidacy lists?
Well, concerning the representation of the candidates within the parliamentary elections, I wouldn't really say that a large number of youth and those youngsters and young generation of voters actually are very much eager because they would receive what you might call a certain natural and normal shock of the inability actually of a large number of those representatives actually to express their own simple rights of representing the yes or no. I mean, the political money, as much as some conspiracies have been always the non-ability or the inability actually of the arrangements on some distinguished authorities of the governmental circles, what prevents the simple right actually of getting access to. And as such, I think that a large number of voters are negating every now and again their own simple right of being part of the presidential election, and this is one of the major things. And I think that the whole situation from diplomatic and from political point of view should be reviewed and recycled as much as re-prepared and re-inhabited actually. I think that the political money should be exerted from the literary scene, the safety and freedom and the liberty of thought and the freedom of expression should be part and parcel of those who would seem to be at one stage actually of the literary career of Egyptian as much as the political side of life, that they may be in the ability actually, in the right to say their own simple right about the whole thing. That's why I would really claim actually and proclaim that the fact that there are some inadequacies and inconveniences actually on the part of those decisive makers and those decision makers actually that would have to be represented in the due course of time and rehabilitated in the due course of time in the future generation. Yes.
Dr. Mohamed Abdel Halim, Professor of Political Science, thank you very much, sir, for joining us and for your input. Short break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.